Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. So for today's video, I wanted to do a very quick makeup look, something that's completely different from my other tutorials that I've been putting up recently, and that was just because just talking to a lot of people in my personal life, just getting some feedback on some of my videos. A lot of people have asked, can you do something quick? I don't have a lot of time in the morning to really get ready. Can you do something that shows just a very simple, basic makeup look, but that's something you can kind of do to keep under 15 minutes? And so here it is. This is for you guys. So I just want to put a little disclaimer that I originally, probably in one of the next few clips, I did actually say I wanted to try to keep this under 10 minutes, and that wasn't possible. As minimal as I tried to keep it, I do still like to use a good amount of products, and it ended up being about 13 minutes. So I am just going to chalk it up to a quick 15-minute tutorial. For my eyebrows, I did these off camera because let's be real, I say in all of my tutorials, I don't love my eyebrows, and I'm still trying to perfect them for myself, how I really like them. So I did those off camera, and those take way longer than normal. When I'm using the Anastasia brow definer, that will take me at least 10 minutes on its own to do them. But for this one, I actually just use the BH Cosmetics BH Studio Pro palette for their brows, and I really like this. I use this on a lot of people when I'm doing their makeup, but I just wanted to toss it on because powder is a lot easier to work with. But yeah, it still took way too long, so I did not include that in this makeup look. I also just want to point out that for me, this is a very, very minimal makeup look. When I'm doing other tutorials for YouTube, when I do a full face of makeup and like a glam look, I do that a lot in off camera. I do that look a lot, or something very similar to those looks. And even though I edit them down to about 20 minutes, those usually take me about an hour, hour and a half. With filming, it takes a little bit longer because you have to stop and go. But for doing that, I mean, I can get it down to about an hour to do my makeup, and that's when I'm doing a full face. So 15 minutes may still be a long time for some people, but for me, this was the fastest I think I was able to do this. So that's just a little disclaimer on its own that it may not be quick for everybody, but this was incredibly fast for me. So like always, any products that I use, I will list down below in the description box. So if you would like to see how I got this very simple, at least for me, very simple makeup look, quick and easy, under 15 minutes, please keep watching. Okay guys, so before I start this makeup look, I just want to let you know that I have already applied my skincare and my primer to my face off camera. I didn't want to include that in with timing myself doing this tutorial because everybody has a different routine. Everybody does different stuff for their skincare. They use more products, less products. Some use primers, some don't. And I didn't want to include that and add to the time limit when I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. So that's why. That's why you're not going to see that. But I do have all my products laid out in front of me, and I'm going to start off with my face instead of doing my eyes like I normally do in my regular makeup tutorials. And that is just because we're keeping it very, very simple. I'm not using a lot of color. I'm not using a lot of different shades that could have fallout to them. So I'm not going to use any tape. I'm not doing any false lashes. I'm keeping it super simple, super easy, and definitely something that you can do within a 10-minute time frame. So let's jump into this, and I am going to actually start with, I have my stopwatch ready to go on my phone. I'm not going to edit this out at all, so this is going to be a little bit of a challenge as well. And I apologize for any editing that I might be stumbling on my words, because normally I edit that out, and right now I can't because we are going to be on a timer. So let's go with this, and I'm going to start with my BB cream, and I'm going to also go in with a Real Techniques brush, and then I'm just going to go in with the Real Technique Beauty sponge afterwards, after I buff all that out. So let's start the time. Okay, so I am going to go in with the E.L.F BB cream, and I am in two different shades. I am in Buff and in Fair, and that's just because the Buff is a little too dark for me and the Fair is just a little too light, so I have to mix them. And I just mix it on the back of my hand a little bit, and then I go right in and apply. And I apologize, I'm actually using the light from my mirror that I normally use, and it's pushed back because one of my camera lights died. So I have to use my viewfinder as my mirror today. So I apologize if I'm not actually looking directly at the camera at you at all times. And I have to cover up. I have a breakout right over here, and it's super cute. But okay, so we're just going to buff this into our face. And I'm just doing this quickly. And like, I love BB creams because it does a lot of different stuff for your skin. You actually don't even need a primer when you're doing this, but I like to because my under eyes crease a lot, and because I'm going to be using concealer, I do definitely want to have a primer on my face, but you don't actually have to because there was a primer built into it, but I just love my Too Faced one, so I'm sticking with that as well. But I am just going to get this into my skin nice and quickly. And I'm buffing this in just a fast motion, but normally in my other tutorials I actually speed up the process because when I'm doing a lot of different colors on my eyes, you blend a lot, and we could be here for a very, very long time if I actually continued to do that with all of my tutorials and did not blend out everything with speeding up the process at all. So. And I just have to call myself out on this. This is super awkward trying to do this right now without cutting out anything, because normally when I stump on my words, or if I have like little delays because I don't know what to say on camera, I just cut that out. I cut that out in editing, and I can't do that now because we are already 2 minutes in. So I need to pick up the process a little bit. But okay, so I am going to go in with concealer, and I am using the Maybelline Age Rewind, and I am in the shade Light, and I am just going to apply that under my eyes. Down the center of my nose, in between my eyebrows a little bit, and on my chin. And I do have a blemish here, and I was trying to see, I thought I had one over here. I'm going to cover that a little bit, and if it doesn't work, I have a color corrector from NYX in front of me too that I can use. And I think I'm out of focus a little bit. I need to focus back in. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to go back in with my Beauty Blender, and I am going to push that into my skin, and I am going to set, but I'm not going to bake, and I'm going to actually use a different powder today than I normally do. I'm going to be using the NYX Mineral Set It Don't Fret It Matte Finishing Powder, and I am only going to be putting that on the center of my nose, well, down the center of my nose, on my chin, under my eyes, and a little bit on my forehead. Pretty much anywhere I put my concealer, but I'm not putting that all over my face because I don't need it. I just need to keep the concealer where it is. So I am going to make sure that this is all blended out. And I have a little bit of redness because the BB cream isn't heavy, so I do need to color correct that a little bit, and we're already at 4 minutes, so this is hard. I mean, I take usually an hour and a half to get ready and doing my makeup, so this is very, very difficult. For my color correcting, I have to refocus that in. I really need an autofocus on camera because this just is not working. For the color correcting, I'm putting green on because it will actually balance out the redness and anything that you have for your skin, and I love this color correcting palette because it's like $10, $11. It's not super expensive, and it does its job. It does its job greatly, but unfortunately my blemish that I have on my face today is just super stubborn, and it's not covering up very well, but that's not because of the makeup, it's just super pigmented, so there's really not a lot I can do for that unless I really wanted to cake on the makeup today, and I don't want to do that, so. Okay, so we're done with our liquid makeup, and I am just going to take that Set It Don't Fret It powder, and I am going to take it on I'm going to take it on my Morphe E48 brush, and I am just going to tap that into my skin and right under my eyes, just to set that. And if I don't have time within this, I am probably not going to do my eyebrows on camera because that takes me such a long time. But again, that doesn't take everybody a long time because most people do not have messed up brows like I do, and they have really nice brows, and it doesn't take any time at all for them to fill those in. So I may not be able to include those in with my timed tutorial. So that's just okay, my camera stopped recording, but I'm not editing this out. I'm still showing you that I am on 6 minutes right now. But I might not do my eyebrows right here because it's looking like I have about 4 minutes, not even, under 4 minutes left, and it's kind of giving me anxiety. So let's jump onto our bronzer, and I am going to move my bronzer down to my chest and probably do a little bit on my shoulders and everything because this is an off-the-shoulder top, but I'm going in with my Morphe E2 brush, and I am going to use the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I believe it's Physicians Formula. All the products that I used in this tutorial are going to be listed down below like always. And I keep dropping everything because I'm trying to rush, so I apologize for all that background noise because it sounds like crap, and I apologize. But okay, so we are just going to, I'm not contouring my face, I'm just bronzing it. So I'm putting it right under my cheekbones and just buffing that out. I'm going to put it across my forehead, almost in that 3 shape, and 3 and backwards 3 shape on your face where you usually want to put your bronzer or your contour. And I am just going to buff that in and under my chin. And then I am going to take it down my neck. What are we on for time? 7 minutes and 34 seconds. Okay. So my bronzer's done. It's done down my, it's on my neck as well, and I'm going to go in with a highlighter, and this is actually a Morphe pressed pigment. It's in Mimosa Sunday, and I love this. I love it for my, actually on my eyes, but I also love it for highlighter as well. It just looks really, really pretty, and I really love how the light hits it. I actually use it more of a highlighter than I do on my eyes. I probably will put it in the center of my lid and in the corner of my eyes a little bit today, but depending on time, I don't know, because we're already at 8.5 minutes, so I'm trying to move fast, people. So, okay. So that is done. I'm going to go back in with this bronzer and just a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to put some bronzer in the crease of my eye just to kind of break it up and just define my crease a little bit. I don't like to do, when I'm doing a very, very simple look, I don't actually like to put a lot of eyeshadow on. I just try to keep it just as natural as possible, but I have discoloration in my eyelids, so I need to put something on there. I can't leave it, because otherwise if I do my whole face but don't touch my eyes, then I just look super weird. So, and that's that. But okay. So I have the bronzer on my eyes, and I'm going to actually bring it down a little bit under my eye as well. And I'm not using eyeliner for this at all. I'm not doing a wing, not doing any of that. I'm just doing mascara. I'm going to curl my lashes. I have 30 seconds left. So this is not going to be a 10-minute tutorial. This is going to be more like a 15-minute tutorial. So I tried. I really tried. But that's okay. Because, yeah, that's just okay. I'm human. I couldn't do it in 10 minutes. So I am just going to go in with some mascara, and I am using the L'Oreal Carbon Black Telescopic Mascara. And I am just going to put one coat on for now and let that dry, and then I'll put another coat on after. We're already at 10 minutes and like 15 seconds anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Now, I mean, I don't want to just take my time, because I know some people that are watching these are specifically looking for tutorials to do this because they only have X amount of time in the morning to get ready, so I'm not trying to take my time, but this is definitely looking more like 15 minutes. But I am almost done, though, if that makes you feel better. I am almost done. But I'm not going to do my eyebrows on camera, just because that's just going to take me way too long, and you will be here for a half hour, so. Okay, I had to edit this last part out because I just totally froze on the words I was trying to form, and yeah, so I'm just going to show you right now. So we are at 11 minutes and 46 seconds, and so I'm not going to do my eyebrows on camera, but I am going to just pop on a little bit of this pressed pigment that we used on our cheekbones, and I'm going to put that on the center of my lid just for a little pop, and then I'm also going to put it in my inner corner of my eye. And I'm going to do that on both, and I think I'm actually going to put this on my Cupid's bow a little bit as well. Right in the center. Am I out of focus again? Yep. And this looks really funny when you put the highlighter on your Cupid's bow without having anything on your lips, just because it just looks off, but I promise once it's all done then you'll be good to go. Once you have all of your lip gloss on or your lipstick or whatever, it's not going to look as weird. Okay, so this is it. It's very, very simple. Again, I'm going to list the products that I use down below, and let me stop this timer because otherwise it's just going to keep going. So we are stopping at 13 minutes and 1 second. So I tried 10 minutes. Maybe I'll get faster next time, but whatever. I'm human. It happens. Keeping this under 15 minutes. So before, like I said, trying to keep it under 10. That clearly didn't happen because I still had too many products to use. But keeping this under a 15-minute tutorial. And this is awful. I don't think I can ever do another tutorial like this because I like doing voiceovers, because this is exactly what happens. I lose my train of thought and I get silent, and then I have to edit it out. But because I'm timing myself, I can't really edit it out. So yeah, I don't like doing these like this. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to cut to just the finished look for this. But if you have any questions, please leave it down below. Okay guys, that is it. So thank you so much for watching. Like I said again, this was very quick for me. It may not be quick for everybody, but I really tried to keep it down under 15 minutes, and I succeeded on that one. It ended up being about 13. It wasn't as quick as I wanted to with my initial 10, but I tried. If you have any questions, please let me know down below in the comments section. If you want to just say hi, please remember to give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for anything I can do, or the products I can use to kind of make this go even faster besides using less products, please let me know. And otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Bye.